Morning light spills across the meadow, bright and sharp. Moofli dips a slender wand into the jar, pulls it free, and exhales. A single soap bubble drifts into the air. It does not pop. Instead, it hums with a steady golden vibration. Moofli leans in, watching as the surface tension holds against the breeze. It begins to swell, stretching outward until it towers over him, a perfect sphere of trapped light. Moofli gasps and reaches out a paw. The bubble pulses, and suddenly, two tiny blinking eyes manifest on its surface. It smiles. Moofli waves, testing the air. The bubble tilts, mimics the motion, and then bounces away, zigzagging through the tall grass. Moofli drops the wand and gives chase, his paws thumping against the earth. The bubble leads him on a dance, darting left, then right, floating just out of reach. Every time Moofli nears, the bubble gives a playful hop, maintaining the distance. The meadow feels different now, charged with a strange, humming energy. Moofli stops, breathless, and watches as his creation hovers, waiting for the next move. Rabbit enters the frame with a sudden rhythmic hop. He miscalculates the landing, thuds onto the top of the bubble, and is launched instantly into the air. He tumbles, landing softly in a pile of dry leaves. Moofli and the bubble share a moment of laughter before Duck waddles over. Duck taps the bubble, hops on, and suddenly, they are all rising. The bubble lifts off the ground, ascending rapidly into the blue. Duck flaps his wings, eyes wide in panic as the grass disappears below. Moofli swings his butterfly net, hooks the handle, and pulls them back to earth. The bubble shifts color, cycling from blue to pink, then green. It glows like a rainbow, releasing a shower of sparkles that hang in the air. The group follows the light toward a bank of clouds. Suddenly, a large cloud sneezes. Tiny white marshmallows rain down like hail. Rabbit catches one in his mouth. Duck tries to snag one but misses, his beak snapping at empty air. Moofli catches a marshmallow, breaks it in half, and hands the portion to Duck. They eat, looking up at the sky, surrounded by the drifting, sugary clouds. A rainbow-colored bird circles the group, its trill cutting through the wind. The bubble responds, its surface hardening as giant, shimmering wings unfurl from its sides. It banks sharply, banking away from the clouds and toward a distant glowing speck on the horizon. The flight is smooth, rhythmic, and silent. As they approach, the island comes into sharp focus, covered in trees that pulse with internal light and grass that looks like spun candy. The bubble descends, landing softly on a patch of moss. The group disembarks, their footsteps quiet against the vibrant ground. Moofli wanders toward a low-hanging leaf drawn by a faint, flickering light. He stops. A blue butterfly rests on the surface, but its movement is wrong. One of its wings lies detached, curled at the edge of the leaf. The creature struggles to balance, its body trembling against the stem. Moofli kneels, his playful expression vanishing. He reaches out, his fingers hovering inches from the broken wing, realizing the fragility of this strange place. The island seems to hold its breath. Moofli gathers the wing, the glow catching in his palm, and looks at his companions. The excitement of the flight is replaced by a quiet, shared focus on the hurt creature. Moofli holds the glowing wing between his thumb and finger, his breath steady. He presses the edge against the butterfly's body. The connection seals instantly. A spark jumps from the wing to Moofli's skin. The butterfly flares, a brilliant, blinding pulse of azure light that ripples outward across the island. Every flower bud within reach snaps open simultaneously, releasing a thick, swirling storm of iridescent petals that blinds the senses. The air vibrates with the sound of thousands of stems stretching upward. Beneath their feet, the grass shivers and shifts. The bubble resting nearby reacts to the surge of energy. It pulses, expanding outward with a deep, resonant hum. Its surface ripples, hardening into transparent panes and shimmering, solid curves. Walls rise from the ground, spiraling upward into tall, jagged crystal towers. Transparent bridges knit themselves together in midair, connecting the new structures. Slides of smooth, liquid-like film unfurl from the balconies. The landscape of Candygrass is now the foundation of a sprawling, magnificent fortress. Moofli stands back, his hands still tingling from the light. As the garden is completely eclipsed by the rising, crystalline architecture, the world is no longer just a field. It is a playground of glass and light, towering above the horizon. The crystal castle hums with a soft, steady rhythm. Moofli darts up a spiral staircase and launches himself onto a slide made of liquid light, zipping down to land softly on a cloud-soft floor. Nearby, Rabbit leaps into a deep basin filled with floating, buoyant bubbles that catch him and lift him gently toward the rafters. Duck finds a keyboard integrated into the wall. He taps the keys, and each note manifests as a tiny, multicolored bird that flutters into the air, joining the others in a swirling dance. The atmosphere inside the castle is vibrant, alive with movement and sound. Outside, the sun dips toward the horizon, bleeding orange and violet light through the transparent towers. The entire structure glows, catching the fading warmth of the day. The place slows as the light turns amber. Moofli walks to the center of the main hall, his friends gathering around him as the shadows stretch across the shimmering floor. He pauses, looking directly toward the viewer. He raises a paw, waving once, a steady and deliberate gesture. The light dims, leaving only the soft luminescence of the castle walls as the adventure settles into a quiet, peaceful glow.